Hey there, YouTube. It's the Rambling Gamer. We're gonna switch it up after all that Resident Evil for the past like 2 weeks or however long. One of the things that's good to do, it's all nice and good to have like a N64 on the wall, but you do want to pull that thing down, or your Gamecube, or whatever it is that is retro in your house that you're trying to make. You just want to once in a while go through, make sure everything's hooked up, make sure you haven't taken a charging wire for something else, and just, for me on my channel, it's good for me to just get some of these consoles on air. It's the whole reason that I started collecting for them, because I loved them, but at the same time I went through a lot of time to get this up on the screen here. So we're gonna get rolling. Just past 4:20. I had a nice little nap. The Namco Museum. Let's start with the worst old one first. That's just my opinion. I'm not a big Galaga fan. I do remember being a kid and like getting excited when I saw Galaga. It has its charm. But compared to Pac-Man, Yeah. All right. Oh, nice shot. No! I didn't see that one coming at all. I just learned to appreciate the Galaga. This is fun. Oh, straw. I have a straw. I got a dedicated straw. It's mine. Ah, charge you little bastard. Where did it go? Oh! Man, I'm nowhere close to that high score. I'll get you. Yeah. That's what you get. To the side hall. All right, turbo button, turn on. Dry bar. No drinking. So Angel Day is where my work. That's cool. I need that turbo back. Oh, whoa. They switch it up on you. Calm down. Oh, I forgot about that, but look, 17. I almost hit that 20,000. This is going to be my high score. You put a high score up there, I'm going to regret it. I wonder if you can be in the cult and still be explained the idea of what a cult is. Like, if you can actually have the information of what a cult is, be able to identify one, but be in one and not know it. I bet there was a lot of people in Jim Jones, like, it's kind of a simple concept. It's a simple thing. But it also takes months and a miracle to get that to deprogram somebody's head. I tried to get in the front, but it just wouldn't. It didn't want to go. I'm gonna have to get that one up machine that's got these ones on it. I love my Pac-Man. It's fun trying to get that high score. It's like when you're on a bike and you don't want to run into the pole, but you still steer right into it. Stage. Nice. You sneaky. Horrible. They're coming directly after you. On to this one, and I got it. So you just kind of never know much about No! 17, we're getting close. What, did you catch a fucking contact high, Nintendo? You see that? It's Hey, 50% hit rate. I bet. Oh, I just forgot about them again. No! When it goes bad, it goes bad. Funny. This guy's talking about how YouTube has everything. You can search anything, even how to wipe your butt. And he's like, who in the world actually doesn't know how to wipe their butt or didn't grow up and have somebody explain that? But, I worked with a guy who was babysitting one of the other guy's daughters. And he had noticed that she had gone and used the bathroom. He went in after her, and there was no toilet paper in there, and she hadn't asked or anything like that for toilet paper. And I think like the mom noticed or something like that and asked, and she was like, yeah, I never use that. I don't know what that is. Like, she was completely gobsmacked to what that was for. So there are parents that just won't, they just don't think about it. They don't care, I guess. I don't know. The dad was a real nice guy. I worked with him, but it's how his kid ended up not knowing how to wipe her butt. That's what are you doing? It feels neglectful, a little neglectful. But it was so scary when I was young. That, like I had gas, but I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. I just had real horrible pain. This gas pain's no joke. But it would only happen like at night, and I would rather just sit there in agony than go and knock on my dad's door at night. Be like, it might as well have been Freddy Krueger in that bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I could have been having kidney failures. I wasn't going to knock on that door. You know what I mean? Well, maybe you don't, but some dads can be like Freddy Krueger. Be like, Jason, you're scared of Jason? You should be my dad when you're this big. Don't be bigger than him, because then you're a threat. But if you're only 3 feet tall, boy, you can bully the shit and scare the shit out of something like that. These Freddy Krueger, they were pretty big. The teenagers were pretty big. We're kids. So in a way, Freddy Krueger had a better chance of come knocking on the door going like, my guts are about to explode and I don't know why. At my age, like trying to self-diagnose it, the only thing that I could do was have access to bread. I had bread in the kitchen. So I would eat a piece of bread, and like that wouldn't do anything. Just waited it out. Then I had an abscess tooth. Man, my face like blew up like that. Another time, like, cause it wasn't until like the end of the infection that it really blew up and shone. Other than that, it was just, hey, my face really hurts. And that wasn't interesting enough, or that wasn't enough to get me to the hospital. It just got me yelled at. So rather than trying to wake Freddy up, I'd take toothpaste and like chew on it. Like I thought maybe because toothpaste was toothpaste, it has to do with teeth. Maybe I can get this abscess pain, which is like the worst pain in the world. An abscess tooth? Oh man. I think I was like 8. Well, it's not good to have your kid scared of you. He might be in his room in fucking pain and too scared of you to be like, have we made stuff for this? Like, I know I look like you, so have other people that look like me, have they addressed this horrible pain that I'm in? Oh, it's just a little green pill? That's it? Over the counter, $5, that's it? Oh, you probably have some in your room? Nice. That's dad of the year, man. If I ever see him with a cup like that, I'd probably beat him with it. These guys. Yeah. Not this time. Maybe this time. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Not this time. Yeah, baby. Stage 5. No! Get ready for him to shoot off. Touche. speak for you. Oh. Whoa, did you see how close? I wasn't expecting that. Oh. Ah. Remember they come flying at you. Let's go try to thread the needle.
We got lazy ass dogs.
Why?
He's whining at the door and Shay's laying in the yard.
Oh, there you go. If he's whining, you can throw some water at him, but he's supposed to be outside right now. Yeah, it's a super nice day. You shoved over to the corner with all those missiles. I wasn't ready for that. That was cool, though. That's a high score, 35,990. No, that was close. Yeah. You only really get that high score if you get into it, you know? It's like, how can you get that hardcore in the Galaga? You know, because it's hard. And I got that high score. And, I mean, is this anything compared to that boss battle we had last night with the Nemesis and our latest generation? No. Was that latest generation better? Yeah, that was sick. That was so cool. That was really cool. I cried the whole way getting there. This game is so blah, 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 blah. I think like halfway through, like almost to like there was a good point that I finally just gave into the fact that that's what you're trying to do is overcome these monsters. If it was easy, there just wouldn't be that feeling of just like throwing your arms up like, man, it's dead. It's probably why you like Freddy and like Jason movies, because you do get to that end where it's like, okay, he's not coming back anymore. Yes. That thing was the size of a Walmart. Like, it looked like the Queen Alien, but again, in its own way, it looked like the Nemesis that had been evolving, and just, you know, through its size, kind of resembled the Queen Alien, but even better, million times better. Because the graphics and the depth, it makes the Queen Alien from the movies look like a styrofoam painted up thing from the movies. The Nemesis looked like a nemesis. Like, there was no tricks. No tricks, no guy in some kind of thing. It was exactly what was in their head. That's the nightmare that was right there. That's how you get it. You want to replay it, too. I want to replay it. I want to get there again because the fight was, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So it means I can take a little more time and just, hang out with that thing. Because at some point it was just easier to look at the monsters. What I thought was really cool about Resident Evil the last couple of weeks is it makes you look at the monsters in more of like a Doberman. Like a Doberman when its teeth are up and it's growling and it wants to rip you apart. It's the scariest looking thing if you don't have a weapon. But if it's sitting down and it's very well trained and it's very well behaved and you're its owner, you love that dog. You love that dog more than anything in the world. And it was when I came across the note of the guy that was working on the real big gulpers, the huge, ugly monster, but he loved that monster. He was like, I've brought this from an itty-bitty frog all the way to a bioweapon that can walk around. He'll explore the sewer. He has if he comes in contact with anyone, he snaps them in half, and he's really proud of that. So when you look at the gulper from Jill Valentine's point of view, she's on the biting end of a Doberman. So of course you see a monster. You see this horrible, oh my, get it away from me, it's going to kill me. But if you look at it from, I own this is mine. He's just angry. He's just playing. And when we had that boss battle, and I saw that the Nemesis had pinned the lady down, it was like trying to eat her. I saw that as playing. I was like, that's what I'm playing. That's just a dude playing with his Doberman, and he just throws her off to the side. But even something that big, we look at a dragon can be scary, but at the same time, imagine if it was your dragon. If it loved you the way a dog loves you, or a cat, or a fucking sea otter, or, you know what I mean? A real gentle giant. Do I want one? I don't want one. I don't want a zombie, but I'm just saying it's a way to see them lesser than just a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's like a face only a mom can love. That's exactly it. That's a zombie if you want to take that terror away for a moment. Just oh, you know what? That's my cousin or something. He's cool. In a real life situation, that probably wouldn't be good. If somebody's trying to mug you, don't just be like, oh no, this guy's not a threat. His parents love him. I should love him too. No. But in a video game or a movie or in a, hopefully that'll drip into nightmares, because I have horrible non-control in my nightmares. I have them every night, but when it happens, I'm not in control. Something else is terrorizing me, but you feel, hopefully, that jerk reaction from the Resident Evil game to see it as lesser than a nightmare. Maybe there'll be a jerk reaction to that in the dream. Does that make sense? If not, smoke some weed, rewind it, you'll get it. The gulper. It's just like a frog. You know what I mean? I really love animals, so, the fact that doctor loved the gulper so much, it's my creation. Because they were going to cut the whole line. His bioweapon, other people's bioweapon was the shark, the zombie shark, or the T-virus, or the Nemesis. His was the gulper. And they just didn't see that being vital. They didn't see this big lumbering thing that just has this big mouth, and he has mandibles that come out like a spider, right? And he'll come and he can grab you, and he'll just pull you into his mouth, stomp, and that's basically how he gets his food. Which, if you look at how some of the insects get eaten in the animal kingdom, kind of accurate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not shocking because, you know, mostly the spider's food looks like lettuce and it's crunchy. But if you look and you watch those videos and you see how the mandibles are used, like, the gulper's very, very plausible, you know, with what it does. There's plenty of room for it to digest you. There's plenty of ways for it to incapacitate you. Probably even if it just got one of those, got that on its target, not so much a person, but just a target, then he's probably pretty deadly. And if you like watching those insect wars, you could probably see where that affection comes from as well, because you watch that and there's the respect for, you know, I could just step on a mantis, but it's pretty mind-blowing how specific and how well a praying mantis can take care of itself in a fight against a spider or a bug. The gulper. Man, that was a good game. That was a good game. I'm working on trying to enjoy the journey. I can end up souring the journey, still enjoying the spectacle, still enjoy the win, but ruin the journey because I think a couple of times the game got to me. I broke down and started yelling about the game. It's like, this is awful, this isn't what people should be doing, or blah, blah, just all this I know it all bullshit. When all it is the game's beating me. It plays chess at the moment at a very, very higher rate than I do. I can either, you know, man up or make the best possible argument that chess is a stupid thing. And that's what happened. That's what happened several times. Like, I did that. But I think, like, a gamer just tends to, like, push through, especially when the price point is where it's at. If I quit on this, then why did I spend that money? I can't just call him up and be like, it's too hard. It's too hard. Give me my money back. Could you imagine how much everybody would take advantage of that system if that was actually a thing? Like, everybody would be like, yeah, it was too hard. Yeah, $60 back, please. What did you find hard about it? No blurry. It's 4K. Yeah. That's a horrible idea. It was cool. It was cool. It makes me want to put it on even a harder setting and be like, oh, you thought that was hard? And then remember to just shut up during the journey. Might not be a fun journey, but it's that cookie at the end. It's that piece of cheese. That's what every game is. It's like, where's the cheese? The high score. The high score is the cheese. Is it easy? No, that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to get 30,000 points on Galaga. I have a high score on my Pac-Man machine, my personal one, that's become like my nemesis because I set it so high that it's just like, how did I do that? Like, I'm never gonna beat this, but I know, like, if you just, there's gonna be a day that it's like you'll get to level 20 on Pac-Man or something. And then you'll be going back, going like, how did I do that? talkative today. I think it's because Resident Evil feels a little like work, a little bit. It's a tough game. It's amazing how immersive it is. I can't imagine if that's on VR and they have that spider section. I know I couldn't do that. I have VR Resident Evil, and honestly, I couldn't do it. No shame. I couldn't do it. As soon as somebody threw something at me and I felt it on my face, I was like, this is too much. And I probably made some stupid argument about how, whatever. But at the end of the day, it was just because I can't do that. But now that I did beat the Nemesis, am I going to try? Start seeing the Resident Evil bad guys as something that eventually you just get to go, done. Yeah, gotcha. Look, we can even go back in a moment. Hold on. Start broadcasting. Oh. Look at this. This is that moment I'm talking about. Right here. Totally worth a $60 price point to ride the experience, to get to the experience of this.
Come on! Next.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the Nemesis. That's the game. Getting something finally shoved down its throat, and it's going to be impregnated by a bullet from a huge effing gun. Look at the size of that gun. Now, through the whole experience, like, the way games are, once a zombie came out of nowhere, you can almost feel like hands on your shoulders. It's a real visceral experience. And then when you get to this part, you do get that feeling of like, bam, slamming that thing down that monster's throat and just ending the day.
Time to take the fucking hit!
Because I know as a player, my brain at this point is going, wah.
Good riddance.
Look at that. That was once a bad guy. Look at that. It filled up the entire screen. So I think I finally do get Dark Souls. I finally get it. For the longest time, I grew up with like games that you go through the experience, but it's not so brutal. Like, it's not so difficult. You put it on medium. Medium is medium. But I always saw like my friends playing games like Monster Hunter and Dark Souls and Star Wars, the new Star Wars game, and I couldn't get the difficulty. I couldn't understand it. But now I think I get it. I get it, because this was hard. This was difficult. It's like the harder the game, like the sweeter the achievement is. which sounds like basic math, but if you come from a different school of thinking on your video games, it can be very hard to get somebody to open their mind to a different play style, especially when their mouth can constantly make these arguments against it. But during this fight, I didn't do that. I wasn't like, this isn't healthy. This is unhealthy. It's just like, I'm gonna. It's a good game. I got resin on my hands. I got some resin on my hands. There's some resin on my hands. I got some resin on my hands. That's my new dance. I got some resin on my hands. Resin on my hands. Can I make controller sticky? Make controller sticky. I got the resin on my hands. The resin. Get sticky. So you just do that, just kind of roll it off your fingers. And then we'll make that controller sticky. I'll be back. This is gonna be hard. Yeah. Oh, missed my turn. see the guy coming around the corner. Oh, just couldn't get there in time for that one. Oh. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Hey, high schooler. Did it. Not too hard on this guy. Hey, look, Act 1. Ding me. Go. She's like, what's up? He's like, whack, 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 whack. No, it's you. Oh, look, the other... Oh, this is different. Well, this is so much funner than original Pac-Man. This is very cool. I feel like this is Pac-Man would be like a Betty Boop. Hey, what's up? Hey, boys. Hey there, boys. You ghosts. Oh, you're so scary. She's an old Jewish one. You're so scary. Oh, waka waka. I'm not going to waka waka. What is her noise? I don't hear like what would be considered like a waka waka noise. See, she's just like living her days right here. It has a story to it. She's kind of like a Ghostbuster. She's got to get the ghost, but in order to get the ghost, she's got to get the pellets. But you know what you don't know? She's lonely. This poor little pie face is lonely. It's sad. Aww. Will she ever find a lover? Is there any in the universe like herself? Yes. Is the happy answer to that dilemma. Whoa, why'd you go? They're not good. Those are the bad men. So you know, she's aware that there's other men, but they're ghosts. She's like, nah, I probably shouldn't. Just something tells her, nah, I probably shouldn't. Oh. But then, the Pac-Man will enter the picture. The Pac-Man. But you must free her from her maze of... You gotta free her from the maze. Who built the maze? I don't know. You must find the maze maker. Only he knows the true path of Mrs. Pac-Man. She will make a journey. The female with the bow upon her head. It will be perilous. So many walls. And there's always a turn these riddles free! Oh, you made it. No, I pulled that last one out of my butt. I didn't prepare anything, actually. I was pretty overconfident if we look at it objectively. I think overconfidence was the downfall. Who starred in the blockbuster Die Hard? First one was sit and catch up. Okay. Alright. Good call. The other two will be more movie trivia. Just give me a second. Let's get a good one. Wouldn't that be nice? If like that's what you get to Heaven's Gate and it's like easy riddles. It's just like, who was the star of the copy-selling game Pac-Man? What? For heaven? What about like 90 years? No? God loves riddles. God loves to give easy questions, not riddles. The whole thing's just been a workup for this moment. Where you get to stand here and just be asked really ridiculously stupid questions that he knows that you know. You were so scared. But I was scared. Who started? Who showed a foo-foo in Basic Instinct? Sharon Stone. Yeah, you know that one. We know. We didn't say we didn't see it. We just said we didn't care. What's 1 + 1, sicko? Get out in there, you silly pervert. Get out. Come on. Get out of there. Feel like an angel coming out of the clouds that looks like Ashton Kutcher. Like, you've been punked. Ah, there's no hell. Yeah, no. No, everybody. Everybody. Yep, even those guys. That blows your mind, huh? No, you can't see him. You might fuck up his heaven. I don't know how I feel about this. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it the whole time. Knew it. Where's the cameras? There's an argument for that in the Bible. That God... There's a story of like a worker. There's a guy who has like a big old farm. He's well-to-do. He's very blessed. He's got tons of money, and he has workers in his field. And it's a Friday. It's a nice Friday, like sunny, awesome. I really love this story. It's one of my favorite stories. I hope I tell it right. But he's got all this property. You're talking like millions of dollars, and he's got fields, he's got animals. Like he's really blessed. And he goes out to the workers, and he sees that there's still quite a bit to be done for the day, and they're about halfway done through their day. And at lunch, he's like, "Oh well, you know what? I'll go into town. I'll get somebody, bring them back here, and we'll get this done even quicker, and you guys can go skedaddle for the day and have your weekend." And so he does that. He goes and he gets a guy, and The guy basically has been at the bar, like unemployed, just having a good old time. Not to diss him or anything, but he's been having a good time. He's been having a good day in the sun. Now he gets to come and get paid at the field for a full day's work for half a day, and the work's even going to get done. So the odds are that, like, in an 8-hour day, he's only going to have to work about 2.5 for his money, right? Now, it gets to the end of the day, everybody does their work, and the well-to-do guy gives everybody the same amount of money, right? But there's always that one guy. There's always that guy. And that guy's like, hey, wait. You're telling me that this dude, he got to be drinking this morning, he probably had a few pints, and he was having a blast in the pub. Not judging, I'm just saying, he was enjoying his Friday. It had already started. He's only come here and worked for 2.5 hours. He gets the same amount of money that I do? What's up with that? And the guy, being pretty wise, he's the millionaire. He's the one that's built all this. He looks at him, he's like, I want to hand out some charity. I want to hook you guys up and make you feel good on a Friday. I want to make him feel even better because of that gift of, you know what? I'm gifting you the rest of your pay. Even though you were drinking this morning, it makes me feel good on my Friday to look at my worker, this individual worker, and give him extra. Just for the heck of it, man. You're judging that? And that guy, he felt really bad. So that guy, there's always that guy. But then there can be that guy that can make that guy feel bad. And that's what the farm owner was doing. He's saying, yeah, in this situation, it's a very, very good day for him. But we've got more weeks coming, bro. There's 365 days in a year. Might come your turn. You know what I mean? Like, your boss is showing he has charity. Don't judge it. Don't be jealous that guy got it. Just see it as something that is very good occurring around you. You know what I mean? That's a pretty cool story from the Bible. And what that makes me think is, if everybody's standing in front of God at the end on Judgment Day, and God just like cuts it like Walmart, you know, like a Walmart that's being opened, and just hits it with scissors, and everybody, like, regardless of what they've done, even if they were Satan worshipers, regardless, you know, because maybe for God, the further somebody has been abused or got in that situation, who knows how they got into that situation except him, and for him and his field of work, maybe saying to every single person, go for it. Go for it. You've got your own heaven. There you go. Go for it. And maybe that makes we're made in his image. So if it made that farmhand, and that's something that I've worked for people like that. I've worked for bosses that are like, dude, it's Friday. It's Friday. Let's barbecue. Let's do whatever. And, you know, there were people that had like a day off from him. I had days off that I just asked for. He's like, don't put in for leave. Just come to me and let me know that you're at a point that, maybe could I kind of take off this Friday? And he would just give that to us. You know what I mean? As a reward. And it made you work harder for him, and it made him feel good. Made him endorphins, you know what I mean? Like a Fortnite victory. So I wouldn't be standing there as somebody that you know, I've given up alcohol, cigarettes, porn. There's things that I've been led to believe that should be taken out of my life. But I wouldn't look at somebody else who hasn't done that or hasn't, you know, had the opportunity and didn't do that, and then be like, well, how is he? Maybe those are the people that'll be burned up. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what to be on your toes about. How would you react in that situation? Maybe the second, like Lot's wife, she looked back at Gomorrah once, or Sodom once. It just took once of her going like, that's it. Maybe you get to that judgment and you're that person going like, well, he doesn't deserve to. Whoa, what happened to him? Like, wow, I'm glad I'm somebody who like keep my mouth shut. Just be happy for people, right? It'd probably be a whole line of just like. Then you're like looking at God, and you're just like, yeah, they wouldn't get it. You just didn't get it. Don't worry about it, bro. I don't know what that was. Well, that's fun to talk about. I do. I think of that person like look at Bill Hicks, man. Like he made jokes like that all the time about damnation. You know, it was on his mind, but the dude had a long time with his sickness, and you know, you can read a lot, and who knows where he was at? Who knows? Who knows? That special that he logged, those of course were what they were. They're funny, but they're also, you know, the point of the view of a very frustrated soul. But I would love to see that moment where, you know, God's just like, yeah, you're good. You know, because he knows what he said. He knows what's on his, you know, he knows what's on his specials. And even though, you know, he's praying towards the end and he got sick. He did get sick. There's a chance he got before that gate and it probably blew his mind. Probably gave God goosebumps that he was so afraid, you know. We're like, no, he didn't. Got sick, did what you had to do. And I think if you look it up, you find out what there's a special on him. It's really actually kind of sad, but Bill Hicks was cool. It'd be cool to see those like gates open up and just that guy gets to go in, you know? You're like, that guy? Yeah, he was funny. See him up there on like doing specials. I was calculating my video game. Right tag. Wipe. Wrong controller. That is the wrong controller. That is the wrong controller. That's my new school of writing songs. It's like those kid songs, like one little ducky went away. Two little ducky went away. One little ducky went right away. Two little ducky went other way. One little ducky went other. I'm gonna write a song that way. Just the most choreographed, like Andy Kaufman-esque. Like,
No.
they had very little duckies. It was calm on the pond that day, in the land of Elfindale. A mother, 3 ducklings, adorable. But those ducklings, they wandered off. They wandered off. Not thinking 1 minute about poor Mother Ducky. Those little brats. And never taking not 1 second to think, this is going to make my poor mother horribly upset. Bastards. But the jokes would be on the ducklings. For Mother did not sleep in that day by accident, but on purpose. She had called her friend the alligator. Promising him $50 and a discount on his next visit to the dentist. To, how should we say?
Baby?
Yeah?
Baby?
What?
10 minutes.
What?
10 minutes.
Oh, before dinner? Nice. Food time. The alligator did not go hungry that day. No little duckies came back to little mommy. Duck said quack, quack, quack. None of the little duckies came back. Mama, mama, ducky is pretty whack. What's that? You didn't want another bedtime song? Shut up. You don't know what you want. There were 3 little pigs. And an adorable, well-spoken wolf. Now, normally, poor wolf had food when he would wake up in the morning. A delicious treat for the wolf every morning, but this morning, no food for the wolf. But fear not. You know those pigs I mentioned earlier? Turns out they're also quite edible. Yes. And they have varying degrees of stupidity as well. So our friend the wolf, without much effort, did fill his belly first in that morning mist. By merely huffing and puffing. They kind of shot him with a shotgun, but, you know, it was quick. And he did have food. And seeing his belly was full, he saw it was good. But poor wolf needs lunch. Much time passed, and the wolf found himself hungry again, but without food. And he thought to himself, I know that this next pig is not as stupid as the first pig, but can he be as smart as the third pig, who I learned recently bought a gun? Luckily for the wolf, the second little piggy was quite unarmed and unprepared. And then the wolf called it good. He went vegan. He went strolling up to that big old like brick house and saw like, oh, well, there's a camera. Wait, is that Rainy? Oh, hey, what's up, pig? Hey, sorry to hear about your brothers. Oh, they were good pigs. Good pigs. No, the best pigs. Yeah. Enjoy the casserole. piggy, little piggy, let me in. Not pilot, bad of my big head. Oh, she broke out of her cage. Boom! Yeah, she's... Pac-Man got it like that. She was just like, yup. Ugh. Ay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, nice. Oh! was a ghost right behind me. Oh, crap. Oh, wow. Oh, is that neat? Dinner time.